Well now, have you ever seen a creature so utterly, fabulously overdressed for every single occasion? I am, of course, talking about the peacock. These birds are not just birds, they are the undisputed rock stars, the glittering celebrities of the avian world. They strut about as if the forest floor is their personal red carpet. With a train of feathers that would make a royal wedding gown look rather understated, they simply demand our attention. They don't just walk, they make an entrance, every single time. These magnificent creatures, technically known as peafowl, with the males being peacocks and females peahens, are truly a sight to behold. The males carry around an astonishing piece of natural artistry. Their famous tail, a train of elongated upper tail coverts, is a kaleidoscope of iridescent blues, greens, golds, and every shimmering shade in between. It's as if a rainbow decided to get a job as a bird's fashion accessory. Think of the bird world as a grand stage. Many birds sing beautifully, others fly with incredible grace. But the peacock is the one who arrives fashionably late, draped in jewels, and steals the entire show without uttering a single note. So let's pull back the curtain on these avian A-listers and see what secrets their fabulous feathers hold. Now let's talk about love, or at least the peacock version of it. In the world of peafowl, finding a mate is a rather serious business, and it all comes down to one thing: the tail. Yes, that enormous, spectacular fan of feathers is not just for looking pretty in a general sort of way. The peahen, the female of the species, is a very discerning lady. She's not going to be swayed by just any old set of feathers. She's looking for the best, the biggest, the brightest, the most eye spots. It's her way of ensuring her offspring get the best genes. Imagine a sort of avian dating app, but instead of swiping left or right on carefully curated selfies, the peahen strolls through a gathering of hopeful males, each one putting on his most dazzling display. They fan their trains, they quiver and shake them to create a shimmering, rustling sound, all to catch a female's eye. The peahen will meticulously inspect each suitor, looking for the densest train, the most vibrant colors, and the greatest number of those mesmerizing eye spots, orocelli. The peahens are the ultimate judges, and their choices drive the evolution of these incredible trains. So when you see a peacock showing off, remember it's not just vanity, it's a desperate, shimmering plea for romance. Now, one might look at that magnificent, sprawling train and think, well, that can't be very practical, can it? And you'd be right in some respects. Dragging around such an elaborate costume does come with its challenges. Imagine trying to make a quick getaway from a predator like a cunning fox or a stealthy leopard, with what amounts to a giant feathered parachute attached to your rear. However, these clever birds have a few tricks up their feathery sleeves. That same spectacular train, which is such a beacon for mates, can also be a rather effective deterrent against those who might fancy a peacock for dinner. When threatened, a peacock can suddenly fan out his train, creating a startlingly large and imposing wall of shimmering eyes. This sudden explosion of size and pattern, with dozens of eyes seemingly staring back, can be enough to momentarily confuse or intimidate a predator, giving the peacock a precious few seconds to make its escape. Furthermore, the individual feathers of the train are surprisingly detachable. If a predator does manage to grab a mouthful of tail, the peacock might lose a few of his prized plumes, but he often lives to grow them back and strut another day. Let's dive into the fascinating science behind that mesmerizing shimmer. You might assume those vibrant blues, greens, and bronzes come from pigments, like the colors in a painting, but that's not entirely true. While peacocks do have some melanin pigments for browns and blacks, the truly spectacular iridescent colors are created by something far more ingenious: structural coloration. It's all down to the microscopic structure of the feathers themselves. Tiny, intricate nanostructures on the feather barbules interact with light in a truly remarkable way. Each feather barbule contains layers of keratin, the same protein found in our hair and nails, interspersed with air. These layers are incredibly thin, spaced at just the right distances to interfere with light waves. When light hits these structures, some wavelengths are reflected and amplified, while others are canceled out. This phenomenon is called thin film interference, the very same principle that gives soap bubbles and oil slicks their rainbow hues. So the colors we see are not fixed. They can change depending on the angle of the light and our viewing perspective, creating that signature shimmer and iridescence. Now we arrive at what biologists call the handicap principle, or what I like to call the peacock paradox. That enormous, cumbersome, yet utterly stunning train of feathers is, in many ways, a terrible inconvenience. It makes flying more difficult, it requires a huge amount of energy to grow and maintain, and it makes the peacock a more obvious target for predators. The theory, proposed by Ahmad Zahavi, suggests that such handicaps are actually honest signals of quality. The peacock is essentially saying to the peahen, "Look at me! I can survive and thrive despite this ludicrously impractical tail." The peacock's train is a biological status symbol, a testament to his superior genetic makeup and his ability to overcome significant challenges. This honest advertising is crucial for the peahen. If a male can manage to grow such a magnificent train and still evade predators and find food, he must be truly exceptional. So there we have it, the peacock, nature's very own drama queen, unveiled in all his shimmering glory. From the high-stakes dating scene where feathers make the fellow, to the clever ways that magnificent train doubles as a predator deterrent, these birds are truly remarkable. We've seen how their dazzling colors are not just paint, but a marvel of microscopic engineering, a dance of light and structure. And we've pondered the paradox of that fabulous, yet oh so impractical tail, a testament to the fascinating ways evolution shapes life on our planet. These avian A-listers remind us that the natural world is full of creatures who are, quite frankly, a bit extra, and all the more wonderful for it. The peacock doesn't do subtle. It doesn't do understated. It does spectacular. And it does it with an unapologetic flourish that we can't help but admire. So go on, peacock, strut your stuff. Until next time, keep exploring and keep marveling at the sheer unadulterated brilliance of the natural world.